I'm here, y'all. Thank you for your patience. Hang tight. Hang tight. Now we ready. Let's get this thing going. Let's get this thing started, baby.
God is dawn. Like and subscribe. Comment some night. Love in this light. Here's God is dawn. God is dawn. God is dawn.
Peace, world peace. Welcome back to Goddess Dawn Speaks. I am Goddess Dawn, the warrior. It's Saturday night. We're back here together live. Welcome back. Let me find my glasses. Ooh, I need an assistant. Where's my assistant? really do. Hope everybody's doing well on this Saturday. Let's get into some things. Let me say hi to everybody who's here first. Thank you so much. Wow, Wayne, Chrissy Power, Queen, Keish Intersex. Hey, Michelle Hurd, Andrew Staples. Yes, I appreciate you guys, you warriors, so much. So, as you can see on the screen, if you're looking at the screen, it says, give me 11 more years, because per R. Kelly's sentencing submission, which I read in kind of in detail, pretty much in detail on the member channel earlier today, we found out that they suggested, the defense did, for a sentencing in federal court, Chicago, of 11 and a half or so, 11 plus years. It was like a minimum of 11. So yeah, we read some of that stuff in there. Some stuff was copy and pasted from the New York sentencing memorandum. A lot of the letters were duplicated. A lot of letters, in my opinion, were missing. People wrote letters on R. Kelly's behalf. I didn't see anything from Cuz and Levi. I didn't see nothing from Dana J. I didn't see nothing from Sylvia. I guess they don't really know him. I think in order to contribute anything to R. Kelly in any way, and on a positive note, I mean, how can you? But people writing letters got to know the man. You got to have something to write about. What you going to say in the letter? Oh, I've been talking about R. Kelly on YouTube for the past 4 years. Dear Judge, I've actually been harassing victims, not R. Kelly. Please consider that when choosing his sentencing. You know what I'm saying? SpongeBob, Steve, welcome. It's been a long minute. So yeah, just talking about this sentencing memorandum that was submitted by the defense. Like I said, I read it in detail on the member channel earlier, but I did want to get into just some of the stuff said in the introduction. I think that the fact that throughout the whole 34, page filing, we were looking at about, I don't know how many, 10 at least, references to the fact that this man is going to die in prison. A lot of references to him going dying while he's in jail, regardless of whether he gets consecutive or concurrent. Either way. And this is from Bonjean. Well, really it's from R. Kelly, because we're really supposed to look at this like it's coming from him. And the way it's supposed to work, he's supposed to get this stuff prior. Like he should know what's in these filings. You made it on time, Michelle. I'm sorry, I'm just looking at the chat. So let me pull it up real quick. Like, how y'all doing on this Saturday night? You guys are quiet. I need to post on my socials. Damn, I always forget to do that. That's why I need an assistant. All right. Calm down. Calming down. Okay, so I had pulled up the letters on the member channel. I think that's the last thing we looked at. I couldn't take it anymore. I looked at 2 of the letters, copy and paste from the New York trial. And the things that are said in these letters, child, compared to what he's accused of, or what he's been convicted of, actually, like, why even bother writing the letter? Why? Miss Della may or may not be hopping in here this evening, but I am looking forward to her coming in, because I don't know what's going on in the world of politics as much as she does. She could really give us a what's what. It's taking longer than I wanted, but give me a second. So yeah, the government, they submitted their filing under seal. It wasn't the sentencing memorandum, but the pre-sentencing investigation report, where the probation weighs in also. And we get information from what they filed under seal from what's put into Bonjean's memo, because she dropped some stuff. Okay. Oh, Miss Stella, you made it. You made it to the chat. That was kind of quick. I'm going to drop the link in case you want to hop up here at any point. Not to say you have to rush, but or anybody wants to come up, you're welcome to do so, as long as I know who you are, child. We got bombed. I think they call that XXX bomb, child, a month ago or so. It was horrific. So, but there's the link, boo. Let me pin that actually. And Love Warrior, I'm calling out to Love Warrior as well. I think she's at work. But I'm looking for my queens. And Beautiful Spirit. Another, like, why you didn't just text me? All right. I want to get into some of the thank you, Wow Wayne. Send her a memo. Tell her for her. All right, let's get into some of this sentencing memorandum. Hey, Miss Ashanti. Shout out to everybody who showed up. Appreciate you. Like, share, subscribe. Okay. Join the member channel as well. $1.99 a month. Very much a discount. Okay. Tomorrow might be some. Introduction. Okay, first of all, it's a 34-page document. So, I dug into most of it, like I said, on the member channel earlier. But I want to get into, I'm just going to read the introduction. Let's talk about it. Robert Kelly, 56 years, and let me just say this too. Full of typos. Okay, got you. Full of typos. I pinned it. Did I pin it? I did pin it, right? I think I pinned it though for when you're ready. Full of typos, filled with mispronunciation and all types of just grammatical errors. And I'm pointing it out because typically, in the legal field, on this level, federal level, high profile case, you're going to make sure it's proofread at least. But let me go, because they usually have his initial in here is just Robert Kelly. But Robert Kelly, 56 years old, is currently serving a 30-year sentence of incarceration by the United States District Court for the Eastern District of New York. And we're going to just be saying New York, even though it says EDNY here, I'm just saying New York. In connection with the case United States versus Kelly, 19 CR 286. A 30-year sentence of imprisonment for an African-American man with diabetes is a life sentence, statistically speaking. And there is a footnote. I'm going to get to that when I get to the bottom of the page. Because the crimes for which R. Kelly was convicted in this prosecution could have and should have been brought pursuant to the ED or to the New York Racketeering Influenced and Corruption Organizations Act, or RICO. Prosecution, significant incremental punishment is not warranted, particularly where Kelly is already serving a life sentence. So already right there, ding, somebody keep track. This is number one. Okay, she already just referred to it as a life sentence. Okay, and this is not a secret to us. We've already discussed this, but it's here in a filing that his lawyer put out on his behalf. So kind of like it's just him speaking. So we have to look at it as R. Kelly actually speaking here. And it's not the first time we've heard him say he has had a life sentence here, because when we listen to those phone calls and, he was talking about how anxious he is and he can't sleep and he's in a grave, a tomb, he's buried alive, or, he's very much speaking as somebody who is in fear that he's going to be dying. All right. As fleshed out below, the New York prosecution charged Kelly with RICO under a theory that he engaged in a pattern of racketeering activity between 1994 and 2018 as a part of an enterprise that had the purpose of recruiting women and girls to engage in illegal sexual activity and to produce child pornography. And they cite here that they have provided an Exhibit A, which is the New York superseding indictment. All right, the charges brought in this district could have been brought in by a New York indictment, since the conduct alleged in this prosecution occurred during the relevant time period and was covered by the purpose of Kelly's alleged RICO enterprise. Kelly faced a guidelines range of life in prison in the New York case and was sentenced to 30 years. As a matter of fairness and double jeopardy, Kelly should not face consecutive sentencing, where piecemeal prosecution by the federal government was designed to fairly enhance his punishment. The federal government's obsession with ensuring that Kelly dies in prison is particularly troubling, where it seems to have no appetite for investigating or initiating prosecutions of numerous other famous and white, in parentheses, musicians with credible histories sexually abusing underage women. All right, so here they are requesting, or he is requesting, a consecutive sentence versus concurrent. And also stating more than once again that he's going to die there. The footnote, what is this footnote? Oh, the footnote cites the United States Sentencing Commission preliminary quarterly data report. And it indicates that a person held in a general prison population has a life expectancy of about 64 years. So 64 years of age is the life expectancy in prison population, general prison pop. It doesn't say though from what age, because some people have longer prison terms than others. Somebody might be in there in their 20s and 30s and 40s. So how long, I'm just asking. It does cite People versus Buffer 2017, acknowledging the decreased life expectancy for incarcerated individuals based on United States Sentencing Commission data. So they're saying it's, 30 years and he's already, 56 years old. All right, and then they go ahead and talk about how the famous white musicians, credible histories of sexually abusing underage women as well. So, what about them? This is the what about. I don't understand if she's not specific, or he is not specific on whether or not these people have been indicted. Have they been tried? I know later on they're going to name a list of people. So it says, as set out below, Kelly accepts he faces a mandatory prison sentence of 10 years in connection with his convictions here. So she said he faces the fact that he's, got another 10 at least stacked on to the 30 he already has been sentenced. He's good with it, apparently. However, Kelly contends that his guidelines range is 135 to 168 months imprisonment. The government inappropriately places the range higher at 168 to 210 months imprisonment on the erroneous claim that the inducement counts carry higher adjusted offense levels than they do. Because Kelly did not use physical force, threats of force, or tactics instilling fear in Jane, Pauline, or Nia to gain their compliance in the prohibited sexual conduct, the government's efforts to artificially raise the offense level of the inducement counts must be rejected. So, just to get this straight, we do understand that Jane, Pauline, and Nia were teenagers at the time of, the abuse. So to say that, well, he didn't use physical force, threats of force, or tactics, fear tactics, I think that is a misprint here, a misleading statement, because like I said, the age that they were at the time, and we know that he used force, even just sometimes in his tone. But the problem I think we're going to learn is that the government didn't use those things as part of their arguments as to, why these things happened. So you can't just blame lack of, the defense over here. The government also maybe didn't bring what they should have brought. Let me come over here. Hey, Hazel E. Yes. So yeah, we're just right now talking about R. Kelly and his sentencing memo that was turned into the court a couple days ago. The government has till, I think, the 16th to submit theirs. In the meantime, they had filed a sealed pre-sentencing investigation report, and it included the information from probation. And Bonjean seemed to have a problem with some of the things that were said in this sealed report. And they did get the sealed report right before they submitted their own document. I'm pretty sure that the government, obviously is going to combat these things that they're saying here. And that's what I'm more interested in seeing. But in the meantime, we're here, right? So let's see what else they're talking about. So 168 to 210 months is what the government is asking for, or supposedly saying is an appropriate range, which is the higher range, they say, for the categories of this particular. I think it's for the inducement specifically, or just in general the guidelines for all of the convictions. Yeah, but they go on and they say, when considering the factors set forth in 18 USC, including Kelly's significant evidence and the fact that he is already serving a 30-year sentence for a, quote, pattern of racketeering activity, end quote, that could have included the conduct in the Illinois indictment. A concurrent sentence at the lower end of the guidelines range is sufficient, but not greater than is necessary to comply the purpose of sentencing. A consecutive sentence will serve no specific deterrent, as Kelly is likely to die in prison either way. And that right there is a sentence that really struck me. A consecutive sentence will serve no specific deterrent, as Kelly is likely to die in prison either way. Either way. So why bother even any leniency? Even if he beat the statistical odds, he would not be released from prison until well in his 80s, long after he has any threat or a threat of any kind to the general public. And I think that is a sin on her part. We don't know. I mean, honestly, things are very much open at this point. This story ain't over yet. And we never know. You never really know. Look at Bill Cosby. Is he still out there? He's still talking about he's trying to go on tour. He hasn't learned anything. They're just making all the excuses, but it ain't going to work. He's still committed crime. Yeah, exactly. Queen says she knows he's guilty. You talking about Bonjean? She basically, she basically sounds like she's just giving up. Yeah, he's gonna die anyway. So I'm just filing these motions and doing all this paperwork because I need, these billable hours are something I need to. Yeah, I need that in my life. I need these billable hours. What's going on, Republicrat? Okay, well, wait. If you just came in, please check out the replay and give the comments down below. Yes, thank you for being here. Like this video. Subscribe if you haven't. Cosby on tour, just talk. Oh, it's just talk. Yeah, he was putting it out there, or his people, I think they were testing our temperature. Let me test their temperature, see what they think about this. Yeah, the answer will be a no. Stay your ass at home. Yeah, who's to say if you're in your 80s and you're still like Cosby, clearly he still has money. He's still out here outside, Who knows what he has in what his intentions are. He's a very devious man. I don't know if you guys saw the documentary outlining all his bullshit. It's deep. It's real deep. Okay. All right. So this is a long sentence. And basically, at this point, they bring up his white counterparts and complain about not seeing them same type of consequences as R. Kelly. If it says, in fact, iconic white musicians like Elvis Presley, who married his 14-year-old girlfriend, are currently being celebrated in the Academy-nominated movies. And I had to look this up when we were on the member channel because I remember reading somewhere that he didn't marry her until she was 21. And that is actually the case. So the way she worded this is very misleading. I think she can get away with it because she said, that he married his 14-year-old girlfriend. At some point, he did marry her. And I believe she also stated they didn't have sex until she was older as well. Not to say, who knows if it's really true or not. But all I'm saying is this is a much different situation than being predatory towards teenagers in general, like going up to schools, getting them from McDonald's and getting them from your madam or your, assistant who lets you, sets up a meeting with a singer, a young girl and her mother in a studio, 17 years old. She goes to the bathroom and you find yourself in the bathroom, her mother in the next room. And what do you do but you sexually assault this girl? I'm just saying that's just one example, but this is not the same thing as someone who falls in love with a younger person, a teenager, courts this person, marries this person when she's 21, has children or a child, and you guys have a family. It's different. They say, in contrast, the government argues that one life sentence isn't enough for Kelly. No one will be deterred by a consecutive sentence in this case because no one believes they will ever face the punishment Kelly has faced for the same exact conduct. I don't know if this is true. How much time did what's his name get? Weinstein. Weinstein just got convicted in a second case, I believe, out here in California. So he's already in prison in, is it New York? we might see some cases come forward because there's an act out there called the adult. What is it called now? The adult. Maybe it's the Adult Sex Act. There's an act that allows people to come forward with allegations no matter the era, no matter the year. And this is open from this past November to this November coming for 1 year. It's an open season in New York. So, and we already seen charges come forward for Mike Tyson. I'm very curious to see who else comes forward with accusations or allegations of sexual abuse in the state of New York. But with that said, R. Kelly might be the first, but he's not going to be the last. I don't know that we've seen a case like R. Kelly before, especially when it comes to, the level of stardom that he was at the time, at the height of his career. When he was acquitted in 2008, he had every opportunity at that point to straighten it up. But instead, I think he might have gotten worse. And as we were reading Rashana's testimony in that filing, and she, let us know that after that trial, he threw her away. Somebody had mentioned in the chat that she had aged out. We have talked about this before, but yeah, because she was at the time like 24 years old. Only reason he did hold her close to his vest because he needed her to be quiet during that period before the trial. It took 6 years for them to take him to trial for whatever, all these different reasons. Stall tactics, I think, were bought. He had the money to do that back then. But yeah, he had to keep her and her family close, sent them out of the country and all of that. We learned all this in the trial too, straight from their mouths. Oh yeah, Michelle, that is sweet. Thank you for the prayers. We don't take them from everybody now. But back to this sentencing memo. This court is tasked with sentencing Kelly to an appropriate sentence that addresses the harms a jury found he caused. But an appropriate sentence is a lower guidelines range sentence run concurrent to the EDNY case, which is the functional equivalent of a life sentence. Such a sentence punishes Kelly for conduct that is over a quarter century old, while taking into account his individual characteristics that include his child sexual abuse that shaped him, and provide some explanation, not an excuse, it says, for the conduct that underlies his convictions in this case. So they to point out that it's over a century old, his conduct makes it look worse for him, in my opinion, not better. I think they're putting it here in this file, in this plea for leniency in his sentencing, to highlight the fact that this is old news. Like, this is old news. Why give him like a hefty sentence when this stuff happened a quarter century ago? But in my mind's eye, really it says he's been doing this a long ass time, and he's still doing it. If he wasn't incarcerated, he'd still be doing it. And in that case, he needs the higher sentencing range. He might even need to have a concurrent sentence as opposed to consecutive, because it's a quarter century old patterns of behavior. No remorse. I mean, he hasn't, 2 different jurisdictions, 2 convictions. And this is involving children. I'm looking in the chat. I'm sorry. I'm looking for, did I see Beautiful Spirit? I was just saying hi. Hey, Shouty. Shouty! What's the Cosby documentary called? I want to watch it. You know what? What is the documentary called? Anybody know? Because if y'all could put that in the chat, I could look it up if nobody finds it. But Elvis married her at 19 or 20. Well, I looked it up earlier. It says she was 21, gave the date and everything. I think they had sex, according to her, I believe, at 19 or 20. I remember her saying that. Again, not to say I believe it. Who knows? I don't know. I don't know if these people. Hazel says she thinks Judge Lenny gonna throw the book at RK. Well, we're looking at less than 2 weeks before we get that sentencing. I mean, I think clearly it's going to be more than 10 years at least. I think people are looking for a hefty sentence because of like Hazel is saying, the judge has well, you might be alluding to the fact that he has a reputation, supposedly, of being a harsh judge, or a heavy-handed judge when it comes to sentencing. Okay, Lil Red, thank you. We have to talk about Bill. Oh yeah, I think that is it. That sounds like that might be it. You'll find it, SpongeBob, if you search that, like Bill Cosby documentary 20, because I think it was last year, right? 2022. But nevertheless, it's deep, man. And it wasn't, to me, talked about enough. But he's facing some more charges. And, that's going to do what it do. Hazel said, I think 20 or 30 years. On top of the 30 he already has. Okay. Yeah. I wouldn't blink an eye at that at all. We need to talk about Bill Cosby is the name. Thank you, Lil Red. Yes. Yeah, y'all need to watch that, and then we could talk about it. I think I did talk about it a little bit, but yeah. And I think some of the people maybe in that documentary could be in this new suit, because I believe that they said that a couple of the women in the new suit were actresses on the show. And I know that a couple in the documentary were actresses in the show, and they showed their scenes in the actual show and everything, as these women years later are talking about what happened. It's just crazy to see this coming forth, but what's in the dark, always comes to light. And, I don't see Bill Cosby. Does Bill Cosby have YouTube stands? Does he have YouTubers out here supporting him? I don't think I've seen one channel out here supporting Bill Cosby. So I guess, R. Kelly is just, he's a different animal. But again, those sentencing, the letters, what are they called? Character letters for his sentencing that was submitted into the court. Didn't see not a one of those people's names. Didn't see the cousin at all. Wonder why. I think that was all I wanted to get into as far as this sentencing report. Like I said, I read it in detail on the member channel earlier today. A lot of it is real dry language, obviously because it's a legal document, but they do get into testimony about Nia, Pauline, and Jane, and also get into his personal background as far as his abuse and all of these things, character letters, the CVs for the doctors that gave their summation after testing him. All of that stuff has been submitted. This is a lot of information. His criminal history category, the only thing they were able to pinpoint was something that probation had put into it. They gave him a point for criminal history because there was some sort of battery charge that had, I'm not sure if it was before or after his 2008 trial, but it was supposedly expunged. And so there's no receipts that so far. But that was the only thing for his criminal history. And that's the thing. He's been getting away with it long, but never been caught. So now when he's caught, he's a big fish. He's that big fish that everybody, wanted in their net. The one they whispered about, well, first he was rumored, I think it's real. Then they saw us real. Let's get it. Now they got it. He's still fighting to get out though. He's still fighting. I do want to welcome the new members here and new subscribers. So what do y'all think about this whole China spy plane and the UFOs that they're shooting down? We've had, I think, 2 different incidents back to back. And I'm saying all that as I'm stalling. I'm trying to pull something up. I want to show y'all. And I'm not laughing at this person. Oh, she done deleted all her videos. Okay, I was gonna bring up the love child between R. Kelly and our dear Aaliyah, this woman who claims to be. Obviously, she's not, but she deleted. From what I can see, her videos are gone. I think she got harassed to the point where she had to do that. But I did have saved some videos from people who had done stitches with her and stuff like that. Let me find those. I haven't been on here in a minute. I literally cannot find my saved videos. Oh, wait. Let me just search this person. That is crazy. That stuff is gone. Let me see. Oh, no, I found it. Okay. Okay, the sister was sleeping with her own cousin. I haven't even looked at the cards, Shodi. I was thinking about that earlier today because I literally built my channel on those tarot card readings. I got most of my subscribers early on when I was doing tarot. I was like, I need to get back to my tarot. But yeah, we should look at them and see what they say about the sentencing. Let's see. The sister was sleeping with her own cousin. 2, the whole family is dysfunctional. Oh yeah, that was in the sentencing thing. RSK needed to pay to help break those family curses. Ugh, so dark. I heard R. Kelly's father is his grandfather. Yeah, I had heard that too. She probably deleted the videos because no one believed her and was getting roasted and laughed at. Yeah, she was getting posted on more other people's YouTubes. I was seeing her in more and more places too. But people have recorded her. Let me switch over to. Let's see. One of them, I think this is the one she's singing. Let's see. Maybe not. It's like Frozen. I guess we ain't supposed to hear it. Let's see. Wait, let me. Yeah, everybody was like literally posting her. Let me refresh the screen.
Okay, I just want to come here and spill my tea and my frustration because people will think like I'm just out here just trying to clout chase and receive something. The thing is, my mom, she died, and no amount of money could bring her back. And it's not to tarnish her legacy. And if y'all was really genuine fans of my mom, then y'all should listen. Before y'all even say anything. And this is not a response of y'all comments. This is my personal life for a reason. By having things left to me under my name, I had people that I thought was my friend and still called family, but they're not my blood family. But I would assume I would have thought they had my trust and best interest, but they just to find out they've been embezzling money from me for a long time and trying to lie to my face because the amount of shit they do as that family, the second family, the Franklins, if you know who they are, I'm gonna put some tea on their ass too. So if y'all want to dig on me, dig on their ass, and then you gonna find out some shit. And they took me from my real parents, and they kept my real family members, and they kept trying to hide me for so fucking long. And then they had people that was giving information away about me, and then signing shit off on behalf of me when I didn't approve at all.
Okay. Okay. Mm. Where do I even go from here? I was looking for the one where she was singing. Hazel said, "Be brace. It's not good. Be prepared." Yeah, maybe this is it. Let's.
Really had me confused until she did this BS.
Mama always told me to be careful who I love. And Daddy always told me to make sure he's right. I always had my eyes on this one particular guy. I was so shy, so I decided to write. I'm standing at my four things better, and I am closing with a kiss. And when I write him, he better get out on time.
She really had me confused until she did this BS.
Okay. There you have it. You hear the Franklins is her real family. I thought that might be the case too, being that she brought them up because people are trying to expose her, and I think someone did find who they say are her birth mother's page. So it's just really sad. I don't know what the deal is, and that, but it's everywhere. She's everywhere now, and she put herself in that position. Did you guys even know that was Aaliyah's 4-page letter when she first started? Do we need to play it again? 5150. Oh my goodness. I don't think I could suffer through another round of that. But she tried it. She tried it. I mean, I don't know what her end game is or was, and maybe it is just her being touched. It's unfortunate. Oh wow. But yeah, she's definitely. Let's see.
Look, I'm not. Look, I'm not.
Does that look like her to y'all? The mom?
Look, I'm not.
I mean.
So nice tonight. That I give myself.
Oh, that's Jaguar. I'm just scrolling now.
Like I said, I'm at work, but I gotta talk about this young lady right here, cause I found that baby picture, And the caption on it ain't got nothing to do with her being. Do y'all see that?
Let me pause this. It says, wow, such a gem. Thank you so much for sharing. Such a cute pic. Clearly photoshopped in the picture. Oops. Wait.
Okay, y'all. Said
Okay, that's what I meant to do.
I'm at work, but I gotta talk.
Is that it? All right.
I'm gonna do it. Look, I'm not lying. I could swear my life. Because this is what I have to be born with. You know what they do to the energy children? My parents was too powerful for me to be known as my mother's child. She was a teenager. My dad was in his late 20s. He knew my mom, what, in 92? So everybody was like, well, the dates don't match up. They knew each other for a while. Come on. They knew each other. My grand uncle was his manager. So it's some shit that just been had. It was some shit. My thing is, I'm tired of the sacrificing of these beautiful spirits like my mom and other people that wants to tell the truth, but they scareful and fearful of their life. How many times you want to say I'm crazy? I got a mental illness. Are you a doctor? Then I have this lady. I don't even know who she is. Why do you think I went to TikTok? I've been trying to tell my piece for the longest, but I've been shadow banning that apps. This one is racist enough. I don't know if I can say the R word on here, but they are like that so much that they're gonna let y'all slide when it comes to y'all attacking me. This was strategic. Yes. This was strategic. I'm glad I got y'all views. So if something happens to me, I'm fearful for my own safety. I wasn't supposed to say nothing, but now I have. They literally came in my life, like Jaguar Wright. Look at her video. They pay people to misinform and change history. They put people around me to try to make me to try to trap me. So it's similar to that angel story, but that was on me. Well, maybe actually her too, but on me. I'm telling you guys for a reason. I don't want y'all to be like, oh, making jokes. Stop playing. Stop laughing. This is a serious matter. Y'all want to say, oh, I just wanted to receive. Yeah, so what? But you've seen a lot of people, the celebrity wives, get sacrificed or made to do overwork a lot too. Like literally, you don't do nothing. You just want to have a laugh and then go back home. Meanwhile, I still have to deal with this. What did you want to do? If they got problems, sue me. But they not. If I'm lying, tell them to sue me. I need y'all help. We got to help each other. This is the reason why they're getting exposed now. They're paying their karma. Look.
So what we supposed to do? She says she needs our help. The mother looks better. It's actually a real photo, but that's not her as a child. A fan named his child after Aaliyah, Destiny Aaliyah. He got to meet Aaliyah and her mother, Diane, and took that photo. Okay, so that is the actual photo and the person in the photo is someone else. Okay, she sounds like she's reading a script. No, she some people are trying to say she does look like them, but I think they're trolling. Who sent her? Good question. Yeah, it's just really strange. It's strange that she's even getting any attention. I don't know how she was on my For You page. But all we could do is pray for this child. I mean, that's all I got. But she did remind me of, I don't know if you guys listen to SpongeBob says she wants attention. That could be it too. But she seems like that. I don't know. Something about what she was saying though. It was like, okay, well, wait a minute now. She might be on a little something. I don't know. But it reminded me though. I don't know if you guys listen to this guy on YouTube ever or have in the past. His name is Hassan Campbell. He's been mixed up in a lot of controversy over the years. He was actually the first YouTuber that I ever actually heard do commentary. I usually had just came to YouTube for music and to watch videos, stuff like that. But I haven't listened to him in a while, but because of this Jay Prince stuff, I'm so fascinated by all this Jay Prince versus, so and so and so and so. He gave up. Let me just pull it up. Okay, so Publicrat said the industry is sending the people out to lie for them all the time. I just want to play a little bit of what he's saying. I think it kind of touches on some things that, for whatever reason, I can't seem to express, though I want to, or things that, I don't know, it just kind of hit home. I just like, oh, this needs to be shared. Now I got to find it. And then y'all, I don't know if y'all saw Tokyo Tony, who is Black China's mom, bawling her eyes out, saying that the industry is about to get her daughter. After she saw her, I guess, look at the Grammys, which was real dramatic. We can pull that up too. But she said, and this is not the first mom of an industry person who has cried about their child and the whole Illuminati sacrificing thing. The quality control, the label P, one of the owners, his mother was saying that they've been after her for years behind him. And that, he's, deep in it and it's real evil. I don't know, personally, but let me see. Okay, I hope this is okay.
It's not with the governments, the war's with the people.
Okay, let me back it up a little bit.
Not the same. Tech 9, rocking with you guys from day one. Respect to you, the fullest, brother. Thank you, family. Appreciate you. So we went all the way up to close to 7,000, and they pulled us back down to 5,500. It's all good, though. It's 1 o'clock in the morning. Todd, chill. You got me wanting to get my fish tanks popping again. Used to have 3 one time. It's definitely peaceful. Yes, it's definitely peaceful, man. Because the fish is therapeutic. The water is therapeutic, but people is full of shit. We're not ready for war with China. The balloons was a beta test for EMP. Salute, Haas.
Okay, I don't know if you heard what he said. But he said the balloon, the China spy balloon, I guess is what we're calling it, was a beta test for the EMT. I believe it's EMT, or is it EMP? EMP, which is the grid that hosts all the electricity. So they also found a Simpsons episode, y'all, that scripts out that whole idea. I don't know, these Simpson episodes, not even just Simpsons. There's another cartoon that predicted the whole Kobe death, which is tragic. But anyway, something about these cartoons and these predictions. But things have been said in the news about China, about predictions of war. I mean, I hate to even say it because it's YouTube. YouTube is so sensitive when it comes to triggers or to words. That's why I'm pretty much shadow banned at this point, but it's all good. All that to say is that this China spy thing, and then now 2 different incidents since of us having to shoot something down out the sky, coming into our territories. That's not usual, or maybe it's just not usual that we're hearing about it in the news, breaking news. The military had to shoot down UFOs. Like, we've never had anything like that in the news before. They don't usually tell us. These are usually top secret things, right? Unless they're just trying to get in front of stuff because they know somebody sooner or later is going to catch wind of it on their phone. That's what happened with, supposedly at least, with the spy balloon. It wasn't, the president knew since like Tuesday, but Thursday some lady caught it on her cell phone, posted it, and it went viral. And then they had to come out and acknowledge it and let us know they're monitoring the situation. Like, how do you monitor a situation of a balloon floating through our air, a foreign balloon, a balloon of from a foreign place, made of who knows what, carrying who knows what? Who knows if it was disseminating some type of gases, or if it was designed to, once it's shot down, because they probably figured it would be, that then it would go ahead and tarnish us at that point. It's in the water. It dropped into the Atlantic. So at that point, then what? Did something get into the water, which is now going to spread? I mean, not to be a fear monger. I'm just saying, like, why let this thing float for days and days and days? But anyway, look, it's a lesson, because now this is what we have to be more prepared for. Or do we just open our arms and embrace them? Like, come one, come all. That's what they're trying to do anyway. What's it called? New World or One World Order or whatever it is. They want it to be a whole one world situation. When I say they, don't ask me who is they. I don't know. I have people in my life, they always say, well, who is they? They, the powers that be, the elite, whoever's in charge of this evil place. But that's why I want to play Hassan, because some of his sentiments are my sentiments about the fact that this land is our land. This is supposed to be a free country, the world. Like, we are born into this world, and at this point we're tagged. We get your social security and your name is, all that stuff has to be registered. You have to then now you're a company, you're a corporation for the government, already earning the money and everything, about to be taxed. Like, it's not supposed to be that. We're supposed to be able to roam anywhere we want, freely, but New World Order. I didn't want to say, I kind of knew it, but I was like, should I even be saying this shit? They're trying to, listen, at this point, it doesn't really matter. The industry will send somebody to a family member as a sacrifice. Jennifer Hudson's mother, brother, and nephew. Yep. And William Balfour was potentially a fall guy. Yeah. Fair use. So let's listen some more.
Let me tell you something, right? Whatever China does to America, America's going to allow it to happen. The war is not with the governments. The war is with the people. The war is not with the governments. The war is with the people. Bill Gates went around the world, being around the world and telling everybody, just with his pills and potions, that magic potion that he gave our people, he told you clear as day what it was going to do. That magic potion, he told you what it was going to do. Reduce the population, and y'all took it. I want to keep my job. Not that much, nigga. Go back to the woods. You remember they called me the Black Bruce Lee and Jay? Love the energy and the realness in your talk. You do speak facts. Like watching. Thank you, family. Appreciate you. Oh, man. I tell you something. The only thing we can do in this world right now is get right with God. Or get left. Get your soul right. Because nobody, we don't know when we're going to die. We don't know we don't know what's gonna happen in this world. We just know that we leaving and we gonna see the next world, and we don't know what it holds on the other side for us. That's all we know, man. We know these governments don't give a damn about us. These celebrities don't give a damn about us, man. We know it's a food shortage coming, and they starting to teach us the things that, and it's crazy because you know what? Damn near every animal, when it comes into this world, eats bugs before it eats meat. And now they're trying to teach us, the human beings, how to go back to where we originally supposed to be. If you have to, we are supposed to eat bugs. But we have been taken away from that, so we don't know how to go back to the beginning. That's the beginning. It's sad how we were builders. And I said it before, I'm going to say it again. Jesus was a carpenter.
Okay, let me pause.
Some things is.
Did you hear him say there's a food shortage coming? Have you guys been following any economic news at all? Do you know what's going on, not just regionally in your area, but just around the world with regard to farmlands? The farmers are having a hard fight right now. There's a lot of things happening in the world that we really need to be aware of so we could prepare. He's going to go on and talk to more about being stocked up properly with regard to, your goods and your healthcare stuff, medical stuff, water. I know this comes up a lot. We probably talk about this at least once a year. There's a scare. But it's been building for some time now. Things in the Bible are coming to pass. I'm telling y'all. I'm going to play a little bit more because he makes some points. I'm trying to figure out if I'm in the right spot, but let's a little bit more.
Simple. If you don't have nowhere to live and you live in New York City in the wintertime, the first thing that you do, or you're supposed to do, is start a fire. You build you a tent, a hut, a teepee, an igloo, then you start a fire to keep you warm. The regular things that the basic survival that we should know has been taken from us. We've been robbed of it. It's time to get back to that. Wow, John the Baptist ate locusts. You gotta do what you gotta do. Listen, man. You give me some flour. You give me some flour and some cooking grease. I'm gonna heat that grease up. Get that flour. Give me some lemon pepper seasoning. Maybe some sazon. I'll be shaking them crickets up like popcorn. Like, oh shit, that shit tastes like, yo, them crickets, they taste like chicken. Yo, good luck trying to feed it to the kids, though. Your mother a hypocrite.
Look, you get hungry enough, you eat anything. I've not been in that position, but I just know that if it comes down to it, people are going to be eating them bugs, like he said. I don't know how y'all feel. How far, can you go when it comes down to not being able to eat? Like, what you going to do? Hazel said, I dreamt, or rather had a premonition about the food shortage about to come. There's been a lot of issues with regard to getting food on the shelves, like the cargo issues. Remember a couple years back during COVID, I think. Lakita Ward, yes. Yeah, positive vibes only, baby. It gets too deep over here for some people. Too deep. But yeah, thank you, Wayne. Okay, let's see.
Your mama Now you can get your punk ass out of here.
Okay. He's
come talking to my goddamn house. Respectfully, nothing glorifying and taking a life. Stop applying that to, listen, again. I don't know what's wrong with y'all. What part did you miss? When I tell my story, I'm not glorifying taking a life. I'm telling you, the same way when you read the fucking Bible and they tell you that Moses took a life, I'm telling you that I'm not perfect. But the problem with you sissified niggas, y'all hate to hear that a nigga get busy. You hate to hear that a nigga
this is
slap the
not,
shit out of you.
I know it's not what I was trying to play.
You
Wait, hold on.
chase you out?
That's not what I was trying to play. It was on some survival stuff. Give me 1 second. Let me. All right, y'all. My bad. Who coming in here telling me to read the transcripts? You obviously don't know this channel, Esther Lumen Gull. Listen, Esther, we read transcripts over here, boo. So what is the problem? What's your issue? You people. I don't really like to be addressed like that. That's kind of rude. You coming into a new house, Miss Esther? Where's your manners, Ma?
I'm tired of being hurt, Uncle Pop. I'm tired of the snakes. You know what? We all are. And it's you know what you gotta understand, man, is that sometimes the hurtness that we go through only makes us stronger. Sometimes what you go through in life only makes you stronger for the later on fight in life. Sometimes God allows you to go through things to build you up. What type of drink DJ Academics, he spiked my drink, y'all. I wasn't really talking crazy like that.
Okay, I didn't get the damn timestamp, so that's not what I want to share.
I have to worry about things that I've taken a lot mentally, physically, spiritually, financially.
Okay.
The New World Orders in here.
Here we
I've
go.
done way worse things than that. D-Easy, what you think about the New World Order, boss? Much respect, bro. The New World Order is here in full effect. What I think about the New World Order is that you better be ready mentally, physically, spiritually, financially. You better be able to get off the grid and be able to get back on the grid when you need to. You better be willing to take a stand, because the reality of it is, this is a battle for souls. This is a battle for land. This is a battle for property. And when I say property, I ain't just talking about the land, I'm talking about the people. See, what people got to understand is, and I try to make this clear, America's in debt to China. And all of these governments is in debt to the Shaitan, Lucifer. All of these governments is in debt to the one world leader that's going to bring in the New World Order. And when that one world leader comes, he's going to destroy half this earth. Y'all don't see what's happening already? The people that's in control, the people that's in power are evil. We had a chicken ain't laying no eggs, of course. And the ones that could still lay eggs, they burning down their coops. Keep an eye 100. You've never seen the Houston niggas anywhere besides the South, but you New York niggas really be moving everywhere. We really be moving fast.
Okay. Well, there's more about just basically, I guess, keep your eyes and ears open and stay aware of the fact that there could be something coming down the pike, child. There was a prediction it was like a 33 days. It was a 30-day prediction of some issues from Russia. Then there was 2025 a prediction from our own military general that we're going to have issues with China. I don't know if these things are true. I'm just saying these things made actual headlines. And the fact that they're sending spy balloons over here, or they're at least making us want to think that's what's happening. Because I always think that a lot of these things can be manufactured for our benefit. Pretty much everything is mirrored from Hollywood, right? And we've seen this movie before. The aliens come and they basically held us captive and they changed our way of life. But and Justice Free R. Kelly said R. Kelly is coming home. Yeah, he's gonna at some point he'll be going back home, as all of us will. Yep. Republicrat said Lucifer and his fallen angels have come to steal, kill, and destroy. Hazel said, I believe the Antichrist is already alive and roaming the earth. Yeah, I believe that as well. You can see the evidence of that. There's a lot of wars going on that we aren't seeing in this physical world. It's a spiritual war. We know that, right? Over here, we know that. This is spiritual warfare. We don't see everything physically. But what happens physically is a result of everything going on spiritually. It's happening. It's manifesting currently. So that's why it's always important to stay positive, man. Despite all this bullshit that's going on and whatever else might be going on in your own personal life, at the end of the day, everything's going to be all right, you know. Just make sure you have your faith in the right place and really believe in yourself too, because that's really a lot of where I think your spiritual strength enhances your confidence in the physical world. Otherwise, I mean, you're just lost. Like, why don't his lawyer think so? His lawyer said he's going to die in prison in Justice Free. Who was that came in here saying to read the transcripts? Esther? I don't know if Esther's still here, but Esther. His sentencing memo says he's going to die in prison. That's from his own lawyer. So when I say going home, he's going to go home to where he came from originally. But the China, so what he said about the USA, basically we've been selling property and talent also, because that deal with quality control. Do I have a picture? Oh, I know I have a picture. Well, the deal that happened with quality control, the label, being bought by Hype, which is I would say Justin Bieber's Scooter Braun's company, or he's a board director on this company. But when looking up the board, obviously he's a late addition to this company. It's an Asian run company, and I think Korean. And not unlike a lot of companies that have been buying things out over here. There's been a lot of buying up talent. Labels, publishing companies, artists are selling their catalog because they want to, but because the labels are cashing them out. I think Justin Bieber, they said he got 200 million. If he got 200 million, then his label owners got well in advance of that. Miss Della.
Hello.
Hi.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm doing okay.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Okay.
Happy
What's up?
Saturday.
It is, child. So yeah, I was saying, I was wondering if you were gonna come up and let us know what's going on. I don't remember what even we talked about last, but I know there's been ongoing things happening with Trump and his hearings and this and that. Have they arrested him yet? That's the question.
No. There's not been an arrest. We can only
Indicted? No
no.
indictment. Mm. Why you turning your mic on, child?
I'm moving closer up. Hold on. And I gotta
Okay,
plug in my cord.
gotcha. Derek Chauvin, the cop who M-worded George Floyd, should have life in prison as well. Chauvin isn't any better than R. Kelly. Mm. It's hard to measure the creepiness of these people because they're so high and far. What else did I want to show y'all? I had some other things. Let me check my email.
Okay, I'm back. Thank you. So basically, just on this, the investigation is still going on in multiple things. The Mar-a-Lago files, the January 6th insurrectionists. However, it does seem like that that's picking up because the last I heard, they were Mike Pence had received a subpoena. Mike Pence wouldn't talk to the January 6th committee. I guess he figured that was beneath him. But getting Pence is a big deal.
And what would be a consequence? So what would happen if, when
Well,
you say,
this is all about what occurred on January the 6th. You have to and again, Mike Pence knows that this man, they were screaming out, hang Mike Pence, because Trump put that tweet out stating Mike Pence didn't have the courage to do what he's supposed to do, while they actually had insurrectionists on cameras reading that same, Trump said Pence didn't have the courage, and that's why they put up that little news thing. And I'm gonna tell you, the way that crowd was acting, if they would have got a hold of Mike Pence or Congress or anybody, they would have hurt those people, murdered those people. Some people were out for blood. It's some of the things we didn't really see. We concentrated on the main things, but there was over 133 police officers that actually got hurt that day. You only saw the main ones, the ones that used to go on CNN and MSNBC. I think it's like 3 of them. But it was actually 133 police or Capitol Police officers. But they don't talk about that. They make it seem like, I'm sorry, Trump don't care about that. All he cared about was the young lady who illegally tried to climb through the window when they told her to get back, and she got shot and killed. That's it. That's the only person that he cares about. That he don't really give a shit about her anyway. But he mentioned that so he can make sure he keep the MAGA crowd happy. That woman, she was a lunatic. I don't know. I can go for on and on and on. However, all these investigations, we're still waiting, and it's moving fast, and I look forward to it. So again, Mike Pence is a big deal. And again, that woman was a lunatic. And, unfortunately, she got shot. We don't want to see nobody get killed, but she wasn't the only one. Hopefully, Mike Pence can actually tell things like, sitting members of Congress had gathered fake electors to give to me so I wouldn't certify certain states. But hopefully he'll tell that. That's why he was running for his life and had his family there. Trump didn't give a shit. Remember, it was already revealed that he said, "Oh well, Mike Pence should have did what he's supposed to do." So basically, Mike Pence can fucking die. So he's a despicable individual. This is all he knows all his life. He doesn't know no. He thinks if he run for president again, that will, shield him from any legal situation that he has to look forward to. He has his niece. He has the rape case. He has the Georgia one where he called over there and didn't know he was being recorded. Come on, man. All I need is 780 votes, just one more. Because that's how many he lost with in Georgia by Biden. You got the January 6th. You got the Mar-a-Lago raid. You got many those, I don't not knowing how much of the January 6th hearing that you saw, but there were two black young ladies, a mom and a daughter, that worked at the voting polling that they targeted them, and Giuliani as well. They targeted those two women. They spoke at the January 6th, how they tried to say just making up any little thing, saying that these women threw away his their votes. Try to say they drove people away on a bus to not allow them to cast their vote. It was horrible. They were targeted. The FBI knocked on the mother's door and told her she couldn't stay here. Her life was in danger. You just made up an effing lie for nothing. Anything you can throw at it. You thought you was going to turn over that 2020 election, and it didn't happen. So anyway, back to it. Those two young ladies are suing his ass. You remember there was a police officer that actually died. That he, 133 was hurt, one died. His families are suing Trump. Then you got the state police, the Capitol Police also suing his ass. So he got a lot of stuff going on at one time. Then that's him trying to sue everybody else, and he just got he keeps throwing frivolous lawsuits. So he got this lady, I forgot her name, the Harvard or something like that. She's a female lawyer here. They just go there and make up all kind of shit. The judge had enough of it, and they just got what is it called? They got what is it called? They got charged. They had to pay a $1 million fine. Sanction is what they got. That's what I was looking for. They got sanction. So you got that. So that's why I said, look at all these lawsuits he got. They call him Teflon Don, but he being broken. He never in his life ever thought that a house of his would be raided. He see that all kind of buddies of all those people that went to prison for. He could care less. So that's what's going on right now. It's just a lot of back and forth and just waiting. But the latest thing was Pence received a subpoena from the Jack Smith, who is the prosecutor hired to investigate Mar-a-Lago and the January 6th.
Okay.
Sorry.
For what?
I was long-winded, sister.
No, it's all good. I was like, okay, what else? No, I'm just kidding. Thanks for the update. Keeping our eyes on it. I'm just looking for him to finally see some type of consequence, because he has been doing all kind of stuff that he's not supposed to be doing. Okay. Tired of this man.
And that's why he fought so hard for that 2020 election. Because he knew that all this was waiting. And you better believe I didn't even talk about the New York trial where his company, his Trump organization, and the CEO is actually in jail right now. Rikers doing 6 months. Took all the blame and put it on himself. So again, he's never in his life had the experience him being investigated and losing court cases and stuff like that. So yeah, more to come. And like I said, you think it's gonna be a lot of people that run against him this year. And of course he's already name calling and all that other stuff. So go for it.
Well, like I said, we'll be keeping our eye on the matter, child, because it's a lot, and it does affect us. I know it sounds like it's stuff that's out of our reach or doesn't matter, but it actually does. I don't even know how else to express that, but I hope you're voting. I wanted to show real quick. I have mentioned Tokyo Tony, who is. Do you know who Black China is, Miss Della?
Yes.
So her mother, I don't know if you are familiar with her mom, Tokyo Tony. She has quite a reputation as a hard ass, but she was crying. She has a YouTube channel, and she goes live quite a bit, actually. But the blogs have picked up that she was crying over what has happened to her daughter. Her daughter was at the Grammys. I don't know. Did you watch the Grammys?
No.
Neither did I. But I did see the pictures. Her outfit was a bit outrageous. She did look like a bird. It was all black, looked like feathered Las Vegas showgirl type thing with the headpiece and everything. Very dramatic, eye makeup, all of that. But her mom seems to think that was a sign that she is on Hollywood's list of next victims, basically. And she was crying about it. It was a lot, actually. What happened to it? Okay. Okay, so this is a story about the latest UFO that was shot down. This one was over Montana. Well, it says what? A third object. So this is the newest update. A third object has been seen over Montana, leading to a brief closing of the U.S. airspace, which is now reopened. What is going on? Prior to that, it was another unidentified high altitude object spotted over Canada. Prime Minister Justin Trudeau says he authorized it being shot down over the Yukon Canadian territory. And then there was something happening outside of Alaska, which I thought those two were the same thing. So I guess they are different things. Okay, so then there was another one. This was the first one outside of the spy balloon, outside of Alaska. Okay, it says the White House announced Friday that President Biden had ordered the downing of yet another object. So that was Friday. So just happening back to back to back. And they're saying they don't know what the stuff is. They have to collect the remnants from whatever falls and then go from there, I guess. But that's the thing. Are they going to tell us how much transparency are we going to expect from this? What do you think about this?
Well, I mean, you know that they always at the White House press that the young lady, the reporters and them are always asking her this, about it. You got some congressmen, people are very upset about it, and it had to be done. And I know they were warned, but it had to be done. And guess what? Under the Trump administration, it was the same way. He knew that was up there and actually threatened to do something and never did it. So now that Biden did it, he's pretending like he never, like it just happened on his watch.
Wait a minute. You said during Trump's administration there
was the balloons were there.
Really?
Yes.
Because I don't remember them being in the news.
But because he'll talk about it. You have to realize that was not a regular administration. That administration was a joke All it was just made up of friends and people that's loyal to him. That was it. That, like I told you, the treasurer man, he a goddamn movie director. Some of these people have never even been in politics or anything, but if you was a friend, he would hire you. So it wasn't the same. So the important thing was a lot of things that happened we didn't know about because his whole presidency was just filled with controversy. That's all the news talked about. What he did today, what he said today. And that kept him popular. But anything else that's serious that was going on, just like he was going to bring them soldiers home from Afghanistan, he was going to do that. But then once Biden did it, and I think a couple of soldiers got killed, they go down, they go look hard on Biden, but there's a lot of things he didn't do. He didn't do, sorry, you got me back on this man again. We got he didn't do no health care. He did the first thing, the only thing he wanted to do was unravel everything that Obama did.
Exactly. That's
He wanted,
exactly what I was gonna say.
yes. And it's
Yeah.
all about revenge to everybody. So again, he got dirty friends. He went to the FBI. There were 2 guys from the FBI. You even see him say, call me. He kept calling that FBI guy to try to get a case thrown out on one of his buddies. And he don't understand. He thinks that the FBI works for me, they should be able to do the things I tell him to do. It didn't turn out like that. So, the biggest thing he likes to do is fire you. He fired both of them. And then we recently found out, late last year, all of a sudden, these 2 men, they don't talk to each other or anything. Both of them suddenly got audited from the IRS. So he went to somebody and had them to pull, to do audits on them. They both, this fact is amazing. Both of the people he got fired, so it goes right back to that administration. The administration was used to do his cover up and to do and to punish his enemies. Again, look what Putin is doing. He loves Putin. What's the man, Kim Jong-un, whatever his name is. He loves that man. First he was calling Little Rocket Man. You're talking about our enemies here. And he loves them. So that's why I said all he cared about is his brand, the Trump brand. He doesn't care. He never really wanted to be president. He was actually fucking shocked he even won. But due to the fact that he has certain things of power he can do, first thing he does is go after all his enemies. That's what, and again, you had other legal charges pending, but you can't touch a sitting president. That's why he fought hard as hell to stay his ass back there. And again, like I said, half of this little staff didn't even have security clearance. So it wasn't ran like a normal presidency. And that's why you didn't hear a lot of things, because all they did was focus on everything that man did. So that's why you didn't hear a lot of stuff.
Okay. Well, thank you for that. Well, let me see what Trump said. Trump. No, I'm saying Trump. Biden, I meant. In this I guess this was from yesterday.
We have learned from the Pentagon tonight that an F-22 has now shot down another high-altitude object flying over U.S. territory discovered over Alaska. They say about the size of a small car flying at 40,000 feet. They say it was at an altitude that might interfere with civilian aircraft. President Biden ordering it shot down. Tonight, the Pentagon says they still don't know the object's capability, purpose, or origin. The Pentagon confirming for the second time in a week that it was an F-22 that fired the missile that took the object down, the same type of aircraft used on that suspected Chinese spy balloon. Object more than the spy balloon, and of course there are many questions tonight. What was it, and what was it carrying? Alaska Senators Lisa Murkowski and Dan Sullivan were briefed after the sighting was confirmed. Senator Sullivan saying, quote, he strongly encouraged it be shot down. Well, tonight the search is now underway for the pieces of this object and for clues as to who it belonged to and what they were up to. ABC's chief global affairs correspondent Martha Raddatz leading us off. Late reporting from Washington tonight.
The unidentified object.
Okay. Let's see this guy. Oops. I'm taking nothing from no TMZ. They will copyright strike. Okay, this guy's on TikTok. Mm-hmm.
No, I'm listening. Go ahead.
Oh no, I was like trying to see if I could just see what his TikTok was, but it's not that deep. I just happened to see him. They might even say what he's talking about. There's a retrieval mission underway to gather the remains of whatever this thing was, but so far there isn't much else out about where it came from, what its capabilities are, or its content. But they did make it clear that it's not another Chinese balloon. And it's funny how they were coming back to say, oh, the Chinese representatives are laughing and saying we're basically taking this too far as trying to shoot that thing down. I'm trying to see what they're going to find. But again, I don't know how transparent they're really going to be. And this thing is such a nicely packaged, like, piece of meat, a video. It seems like a commercial for the military. I don't know. It's weird. It's so clean.
I know. It was awesome.
You liked it?
Yes, I did.
Par for the course for TikTok, but we must admit this is a pretty wild story, especially since the feds are being... You know what? Actually, let me just go to my own TikTok and search it, because I'm this girl. Okay, yeah. TikTok. So what else is going on, Mom? What you got? It's almost tomorrow's Sunday, so the weekend's half over. At this point. Oh my God. I was gonna say I saw the best movie on Netflix called Hustle. I don't know if you ever saw that.
No, but you know what else is a good movie? Transfusion. And you know what I'm doing? I'm watching old movies. Like back in the day, like No Mercy with Richard Gere. Good Lord.
Really?
Oh yeah. So
well, this movie Hustle, all I saw, I was just looking for something to entertain me, and it was Queen Latifah and Adam Sandler. Is it Adam Sandler? Yeah, Adam Sandler.
Is this a
Anyway,
new movie?
It was about basketball. I think it's new enough. He was a basketball scout for the 76ers, and she was an ex. They're married. It was cute. It was so good. I laughed and cried. If you do all emotions during the movie, or if I do, then it's a good movie. Okay, let me see. I think I might have found that guy. I'm so nosy. Okay. Okay, let me pull that up.
And thank you for the R. Kelly update. It was good.
Oh, here it is. Oh, the sentencing thing?
Yes.
Oh, no problem. Okay, I'm gonna do this Tokyo Tony thing real quick, because I had lost the page and then now I just found it. I'm like, oh yeah. Okay, let's see.
When the Illuminati come for Angela, because they're gonna come. They're gonna come. There's nothing I can do. I don't ever want to go around my daughter again. Not alone. Not without 2 pistols and a pit bull. I feel marked for death with her, because they do these things so they can get up. Oh, my mama died. She never. Only when the Lord ready. And I got things to do out here. Young. I'm saying right now, China, you are done out here. They gonna get you. They gonna get you next. Don't say I didn't say it. I'm gonna prepare for it. I really am. They're gonna tear her down. They're gonna put her on drugs. She don't speak up for herself. She don't do. She sit in that house like a hermit. I'm just done with it. Afraid of her. I swear to God, she would sacrifice me for more. What is she doing at the Grammys? For what? You ain't dead. I can't complete nothing with a week. I'm coming out. When I come out my feelings this time, I ain't gonna worry about King. I ain't gonna worry about Dream. I'm not gonna worry about Angela. I'm gonna get my soul right.
So, Mama has spoken her piece. It's really sad because they're always back and forth, all on the internet.
So that's what I was gonna ask: is her and her mom have a good relationship? Because this is like she don't even speak to her.
I don't think she does. At least not right now.
So is that woman a rapper, the Black China woman?
She's rapping now. She started out, well, she was a stripper, kind of a renowned, I guess if you could say a renowned stripper or exotic dancer, if that's what they, in Atlanta back years ago. But then she was hanging out with Kim Kardashian. She had a baby with rapper Tyga. Let me look her up on her Instagram real quick. I want you to see her Grammy outfit, which is part of what was supposedly upsetting Tony so much.
Her mother said, "What? Why you at the Grammys? You ain't did nothing, or you ain't finished nothing."
She said, "You ain't did jack." Go to post. Okay, let me pull up this up here. Oh yeah, they put this new little feature in. Makes it a little easier to switch tabs. Now if I can just find it. Oh, that was Instagram. Okay. So that was her Grammy fit. No music on YouTube, child. So they didn't show the part where her mom was like, "Did you see what she was wearing?" Basically saying they clowning her. They making her they out here making her look crazy. Some people thought it was innovative.
Good Lord.
They're calling her the Black Swan. She said it's authentic. But her mother's worried, child. There's no real still pictures. Where's the still pictures? Probably. What is a mother to do? You know, your child is in the industry. They're trying to stay relevant. And next thing you know, they're trying to sacrifice you.
I don't know. The mother must know more than what she's saying. If she thinks she's gonna go down like that.
I think that was the edited version of her speech, her spiel. Her YouTube channel is probably on her YouTube. Let me see. But yeah, I mean, it's got to be tough to be a mother such as Tony, who, according to China, she didn't really raise her anyway. Tony, they say, was out there. But now your child is in the industry, clawing her way to just even stay, not even to climb her way up, but just to stay there. And the only thing on the table that is worth anything is your life. Like I said, the owner of, or half owner, P of Quality Control, that label I was talking about that sold out, his mother came on some YouTube channels and said she was being chased. because her son was greedy. That's what she said. I was like, wow. Let me see. How do I get? Oh, here we go. Tokyo. She came right up. Black China is Miss Black Adam. Okay, let me see. Let me get China off my screen. So yeah, I guess that's gonna do it. I ain't really got nothing else. It's a lot of stuff. I was gonna go back and look at what happened this week based on what's on my community wall, but I forgot. I kind of want a weekly recap. Y'all, I know you can never get to it because you be on your iPad, but every day I try to post something, at least one or two things. You know what I'm saying? I definitely update the R. Kelly stuff there too. What was that on just now? Oh, YouTube. Okay. I'm trying to find the one where she was doing all that. She's saying some deep stuff. These people are literally calling people out for trying to sacrifice them. Let's see. Queen says, just hope she don't sacrifice her. Too much Botox. I'm wondering why she cut her mom off again. Republic said, Queen Quiche, you wouldn't let your kids go into the industry, would you? She said, let them. I have sons. If they want to be rappers, I would tell them be independent, but they grown, so they do what they want. She's like, I can't make them or not make them or whatever. They grown. But I guess what Republican is saying, it's a dangerous place to be. I mean, once you sign, typically a cookie cutter, what they call a cookie cutter contract, the whole 360. You're signing your life away, basically. You know, your music, writing, publishing, all the creative stuff, as well as your merchandise, touring, your likeness, probably, and you might as well say your soul. It's like they own you at that point. A lot of people find this not worth it in the end. They give you all this money up front that you do owe them back. And that's when typically the artist will go get that crib and that car. Maybe even help the relatives. Then next thing you know, they ain't got nothing left. They got to hustle. You got to charge money to take pictures with their fans and do all kind of extra stuff. And then it gets to the point where it's just desperate because the bills are coming still, the lifestyle, you still got to perpetrate it. You got to pay the mortgage on that house. You got to pay that note on that lease or whatever it is. And you can't. And then they say, well, we got another option back here behind curtain number 2. And dear mama's standing back there. I mean, some people just don't have the emotional, any type of intelligence enough to know not to go and do what's behind that curtain.
Has she responded back to her mother yet?
She probably, no, not from what I could tell. I don't know. I don't really follow her like that, but I'm sure it'll go viral. If she does, I'll let y'all know. I'm sure it'll be everywhere because people wait for the response. Hey, Sister Belle. But yeah, this woman is her and her daughter. She and her daughter have been a tragedy. I would say a Greek tragedy, but they black. So a black tragedy. African American. I don't usually use that term, African American. Do you use that term, African American?
Not that much.
Nah.
If my nephew heard me when I say, look at that black person. Why do you have to say black like that?
Really?
Yeah.
I say black versus African American. I think Jesse Jackson started that.
Of course he did.
He been quiet lately. Is he still alive?
He's he's still sick.
Oh.
He has not passed. But remember, he got up and went to that courtroom when it was Ahmaud, what's his name? Ahmaud Arbery. Remember when the lawyer was saying something about Jesse Jackson and it wasn't Jesse Jackson, and Jesse Jackson showed up for that. And that was it. And then the only thing else I seen him when he was with Jesse Smollett at a press conference outside. That was it.
Oh, okay. Marcus said American, baby. All right, for the correction. We'll
Thank you,
it.
Marcus.
Sister Bell says Jesse Jackson is sick. Oh, when I saw her, I heard you say it, but when I saw her put it in the chat, I thought of a different type of sick. I was just like, oh no, not him too. But still, I mean, I'm sad to hear it. But, I guess that's how life moves. You guys got to take care of yourself. I don't know what his lifestyle was. I remember when that baby popped up on him in his marriage, his wife, that outside baby. Didn't he have he had a mistress?
Yeah, and remember that song, they was dedicating that song to him, Miss, what is it? I'm sorry, Miss Jackson. Remember that?
Oh yeah, I remember. What's his name? Andre 3000 and
yes. You ain't
can't think of the group. Yes, I remember. Oh, Queen said China was with her mom during that trial. Oh yeah, she did have her with her. She needed that look to have her mom with her, and then she dumped her. Oh man, damn. Sister said, yeah, he did. Right, he did. Mm-hmm. It always be the ones out front, child. Bible up and taking all the meetings with, anything happened in the black community. He was right there. But did he ever do anything is the question. Was he effective or was he just a talking head? I found him to be non-credible. What's his name is still out there? Al Sharpton. I still see him.
Yeah, he has a little show on NSNBC.
Of course he does. Why wouldn't he? That's actually a good. And see, Jesse Jackson, had he been healthy enough, that would probably. Well, I don't know. Jesse Jackson, his speech is not as clear as. I don't know if that's probably good for Jesse Jackson to be a commentator, but yeah, I can see what's his name. Damn, Sharpton. I can see Al Sharpton doing that. China looked creepy at the Grammys. Yeah, creepy could be applicated. Yes, applied. Queen said it's Ben Crump now. Oh, Ben Crump is the face. Okay, because he typically only handled, I thought, the death cases.
Nope, I think isn't he the lawyer lawyer attorney for the Nichols family?
Tyree Nichols.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, like I said, the death families, the death situations. That's
as soon as something happened to a black American, there's Ben Crump. You will see sometimes in the comment cracking jokes. Where's Crump?
Mm-hmm. That's how he's known now. He's known for that. But yeah, we definitely need, I mean, if there was to be leadership to be had, do we have any at this point? I don't know if that would be considered a leader because he's a good lawyer handling these type of cases. I mean, we had Obama, I mean, and people try to discredit him to this day. Is anybody really ever really happy with anybody that we ever like? I don't know if everybody was always on one accord with anybody.
No. So a true racist. I mean, a person that's 100% racist. Ain't no way in the world you got a black president. You can imagine how some people felt. I remember they showing it on the news. And this young lady from Virginia with half of her teeth gone, just screaming, "We don't have any black." Oh my God, we would never have a black president. I don't have no president. And here it is, she could barely even speak. All her damn teeth was gone. So, like I said, 100% racist. They can't believe they got a black. That's why President Trump. That's why Trump probably got in there. Because they needed to change the narrative. They can't have this.
You remember me?
A lot of them are sellouts. Crump is like the new civil rights lawyer. It's like a civil rights lawyer, right? And Ben Crump, didn't he handle even Trayvon Martin? Wasn't he? Didn't he come in? I remember him from Trayvon Martin's case.
That's where I remember him from too. He lost. Yeah, he lost.
Yeah, he lost. Oh man, that trial was riveting, man. But he's been the face since then. That's where I've seen him in that space. But real quick, back to that movie Hustle. Let me tell you something. That whoever that ball player is that played the lead, because basically he just by so happened he's scouting looking for this player for the 76ers so he can get back. He wanted to be an assistant coach. He didn't want to be a scout anymore. He could barely be at home. He wanted to be with his family more. They said, you need to find us that one. And he found this dude at a street game. He was out of the country. And so he was fascinated by this dude. But he's an actual NBA player too. I think he plays for Boston. Anyway, it's an amazing story. Queen Latifah, she plays the wife. They have a daughter. She does film. It's amazing. It's real lighthearted too, but also it's a little intense because you kind of feel like something's gonna happen. Those movies that keep you on your edge, like it makes me anxious. Sometimes I can't watch movies like that because I'm just like, oh my God, something bad's gonna happen. I don't want to see something bad happen to a character I like. I think that's it.
All right, me and my Fang and Claw on Netflix, but I'll check it out.
Fang and Claws.
I am a Fang and Claw person. I like werewolves, vampires.
Did you watch Yellow Jackets?
Is that a Fang and a Claw?
I think it is.
Is that on Netflix?
It's on Netflix, and a new season starts in March, so this will be the time.
Yellow Jackets.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll pull it up, and as soon as we get off this live.
All right. Well, I'm out. I appreciate y'all, though. Thank you, and we'll see you next time. Bye.
Bye.